Hello and welcome to Valuechain News at 3. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. Pengassan wants federal government to increase local refining capacity by rehabilitation for all refineries. NNPC reiterates advisory against panic buying of petrol. Navy arrests vessel with stolen crude oil worth $315,500 in Bayelsa. Now the news in details. The president of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengassan, has reiterated the association's call on the government to increase the local refining capacity and remove all observed encumbrances. Osifo advocated for the revocation of unused license for private and modular refineries. He was speaking at the 2021 leadership workshop organized at the Warri zone of the association in Asaba, where he demanded the federal government's intervention in the ongoing price hike. He re-emphasized the importance of industrial relations to the economy of the country while promising to always support workshops and training programs of members. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company has reiterated its advisory against panic buying of petrol while also expressing its appreciation of Nigerians for always heeding to advice. In a statement, the company's group general manager in charge of group public affairs gave the assurance that the corporation has product sufficiency that will last far beyond the festive period. Indeed, our stock has risen from a reserve of 1.7 billion liters to over 2 billion liters within the last 1 month. Thus, we once again urge Nigerians not to engage in panic buying, but to fully enjoy the spirit of the festive season as we continue to work tirelessly to ensure sufficient supply of petrol into every part of the country. Association of Nigerian Refineries Petroleum Marketers has restated its commitment to the war against vandals. The association spoke in Bayelsa as it inaugurated its executives in Yanagwa, the state's capital. The group said it will fight oil theft, pipelines vandalism, illegal bunkering, product adulterations, and others in the state and Nigeria at large. The group's National Task Force team, led by its chairman, Eshampe Israel, also known as Abodoro, visited the Commissioner of Police, Ben Okolo, with the new executives. Abodoro explained that the group was established to stop corruption among product marketers who he noted were complicit in most crimes in the petroleum industry. The Nigerian Navy has arrested a vessel with illegally sourced 4,402 barrels of crude oil in Bayelsa State. The commander, Commodore Patrick Effa, said on Monday that the vessel, christened MTTIS-4, was intercepted along the Akassa River in the state on 6 December. Effa said following the arrest, the vessel was found to be carrying about 700,000 liters, which is about 306 metric tons or 4,402 barrels of illegally sourced crude oil worth about $315,500. Without the requisite approval for such a cargo, I must add that the Navy went further to identify the source of the stolen crude and was led to the spot where about 4 dugout pits containing unspecified quantity of crude oil was discovered, which is much more than what was found on the vessel. EFA said the arrest of the vessel was among series of arrests recently made by the Nigerian Navy, warning criminals and economic saboteurs to desist from a crime as they have no hiding place. He said the Navy's maritime domain awareness facilities were well equipped to detect and flag vessels engaged in all forms of maritime crimes within Nigerian waters and beyond. He said the discovered storage pit has been reported to the relevant oil and gas company for evacuation. EFA said the NNS Sorrow, in line with the Chief of the Naval Staff's strategic directive for naval bases to curb all forms of maritime crimes within the nation's waters, had been unrelenting in identifying and arresting perpetrators of crude oil theft, illegal oil bunkering, and other maritime crimes. Savannah Energy plc said it has signed a share purchase agreement (SPA) with ExxonMobil Corporation, ExxonMobil International Holdings, and Exo Exploration Holdings, and has also separately signed an SPA with Petronas E&P Overseas Ventures to purchase each of their entire upstream and midstream assets portfolios in Chad and Cameroon. A statement by the firm with the SPAs both have an economic effective date of 1st January 2022. This follows Savannah's initial agreement on June 2021 regarding the proposed transaction with Exxon, and Savannah's earlier announcements on Monday regarding Exxon's acquisition and the Petronas acquisition. Completion of both Exxon acquisition and Petronas acquisition would result in the Savannah's Energy acquiring a 75% controlling interest in the Doba oil project and an effective 70% indirect controlling interest in the Chad-Cameroon exports transportation system. Environmental investigators have uncovered tens of millions of tons worth of illegally built crude oil processing and coking capacity in Shandong province, China's top oil refining hub. Shandong's industrial authorities are neither striving to curb the new illegal production capacity nor making efforts to rectify the existing illegal capacity, the Ministry of Ecology and Environment said in a statement on Tuesday. At least 19 independent oil refineries, also known as teapot refineries in Dongying City, were found to have installed 60.4 million tons of annual oil refining capacity without government approval, the ministry said. The statement did not name the 19 firms. The Shandong's government was ordered by the environment regulators to rectify the problems and to improve its environmental quality, the statement said. Shandong's teapot refineries had an annual refining capacity of 130 million tons as of 2019, accounting for 70% of China's teapot oil processing sector. In recent months, they've been targeted by a government crackdown on illicit oil quota trading and irregular fuel tax practices. The Ministry of Ecology and Environment also found the cities in Jining and Tai'an had illegally launched coke projects with annual capacities of 2.6 million and 4 million tons, respectively. The House of Representatives yesterday approved President Muhammadu Buhari's request to take and obtain $5.8 billion and grant $10 million. The House approved the request after the report of the Committee on Aid, Loans and Debt Management was considered and adopted at the Committee on Supply, jointly chaired by the Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, and his deputy, Idris Wase. Chairman Committee on Aid, Loans and Debt Management, Ahmed Safana, while presenting the report, said the loan was part of the federal government's 2018 to 2020 external borrowing plan. Fana explained that the loan will be sourced from the World Bank, Islamic Development Bank, China Exim Bank, Chinese Africa Development Fund, and International Fund for Agricultural Development. According to him, a breakdown of the loan includes $2.3 billion for the grid modernization and expansion program, $290 million for the malaria project, $700 million for the sustainable water supply, sanitation and hygiene project, $786,382,967 for the Guarara Phase 2 project, among several others. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. Pengassan wants federal government to increase local refining capacity by rehabilitation of oil refineries. NNPC reiterates advisory against panic buying of petrol. Navy arrests vessel with stolen crude oil worth $315,500 in Bayelsa. And that's the news at 3. My name is Naomi Oleribe. Good afternoon.